What is going on YouTube? Hayden here, and in today's video we need to go over XRP, Solana, Ethereum, Bitcoin, what's now known as VONG. That's what we're going to be looking at instead of QQQ, which is the Vanguard Russell 1000 ETF, and we're also going to be looking at the S&P 500. Now, there's a good chance that we may have called the bottom just yesterday morning, which is incredible. When I tell you I bought in the second the market opened yesterday morning, I bought in the second the market opened. I drew this line in white here to pretty much illustrate where my buy-in was at $80 and about 41 cents or 43 cents here. Price is currently at 84, and market open is probably going to be closer to $86.74, which is also incredible. Now, that doesn't mean we're out of the woods just yet. I mean, after major crashes like this, we usually do rebound up, but that doesn't mean we can't go lower. So we shall see. This is my first buy-in opportunity right at $80 here. I think it's a low. I didn't pile in a ton of money, but even if I did pile in a ton of money, that doesn't mean it's life-changing money by any means. So something to think about, something that I've been thinking about there. But we're also going to look at XRP here, which is still in a descent. We are still slowly moving lower, and we did have a major reversal just yesterday here. Solana saw major consolidation, reversal back up. Same thing with Ethereum. Pretty much all these cryptocurrencies had a flash crash down and an immediate swing back up. So that's what we have to go over and look at in today's episode. Now, with all that being said, smash that like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and let's get right into today's episode. So guys, before I dive into the technical analysis, Bidfi is still doing their half-decade anniversary, which is super cool. For those that don't know, they've been around for 5 years now, and they are celebrating by giving away free cryptocurrency and a lot of other cool stuff. So by simply heading on over to the Bidfi exchange and clicking the 5 right here, you can get some free stuff. The link is down in the description at the top of the description here. And you can see they have this ongoing event, which is super cool. And as I head down, we have the option, oh, I can't draw now today. That's just lovely. I thought I would have been able to, but I guess it will reset at some point later on. But there's ways for you guys to get some free stuff down here, as you can see on their giveaway page. So definitely make sure to check them out down below. And I'll also show you other ways of getting some free bonus cryptocurrency later on in today's episode. But as you can see, the current coin market cap is starting to consolidate, that's for sure. We did see a small rebound, still in the extreme fear category. So if you missed out on yesterday's buying opportunity, I still strongly believe that there is one available today. 19 on the extreme fear and greed index is certainly still extremely low. So just maybe you can't get 25% down, but you get a 23% discount. You know what I'm saying here? Huge rebound across the board on pretty much all these cryptos. We're up quite a bit. Some cryptos are even up over 8%. And you can see the major reversal, the major bounce and swing upwards that we're starting to see take place here. Huge swing back to the upside here. Certainly a good bottom, to say the least, but that doesn't mean like we're out of the woods just yet. Yesterday, we said once in a lifetime opportunity here, and it certainly was in regards to a buy-in. I was very excited in regards to these major cryptos, or mainly the stock market, not so much the major cryptocurrencies here, but, and we'll talk about the stock market in a minute here, but with crypto, there was without a doubt a correlation, and anyone that wants to argue that, feel free, but we had a huge swing up, and if you look at cryptocurrency, it also had a huge swing up. So there was a lot. It was called a whiptail, I think, or something like that. A whiptail stock, something like that. I forget what it's called, or I don't know. Oh, a whipsaw. That's what it's called. A whipsaw is what it is. Whipsaw crypto, and you can see that a whipsaw for the most part means we have this huge volatility down and then a huge volatility up. Stock candle. Just like what we're experiencing today. Basically, where the market tanks really low and then swings really high up. So huge rally up, huge rally down, or vice versa here. And that's pretty much what happened to the entire market as of yesterday. So here we are consolidating. Doesn't mean we're out of the woods just yet. Now, yesterday specifically, we confirmed that we are still in our descending fractal. We actually adjusted this downtrend to say, hey, look what we just discovered here. there is indeed a downtrend here. It's not so much this kind of fractal that we had originally or however we had drawn it before, but we more so have, and this is interesting, kind of like that, but we more so have a downtrend instead of this descending broadening wedge. Like originally we had something like this, like we had this kind of opening mouth, and that has been completely changed. We are without a doubt in a descending fractal. Still holding on to supports right here. Might even be able to move this down a little bit. I don't know how reluctant I am to leaving that. I'd say something along the lines of that, where we have supports here, consistent retests of support. That's the price floor. We almost broke through it, and I still think we are looking for, as we said before, a head and shoulders pattern here, which is still very viable and very possible. And this very well could be the bottom for the stock market for a long time, but I do suspect that we could see that breakout. It's very possible we could see that. It really comes down to, are we going to break through this resistance, or with this streamline, this whiptail, this whipsaw, whatever it is, could we now continue to head lower? That is totally up for debate. It was huge that we broke through here, and you could see the volume that caused a correction to the downside. But again, we're floating right in the middle here, so we really don't have enough room to confirm it. So for those that want to buy in on crypto, XRP specifically, we still need to wait for this to fill in the gap, get closer to here, and then we can confirm a rally up, or we'll confirm a rally down. That's when we'll ideally know which general direction we should be heading in, whether we buy in long or whether we buy in short. But until then, we're too cautious in the middle here for us to make any sort of decision aside from a quick short to the downside when we confirmed closure just 2 days ago here. But moving forward from that, onto Bidfi here, this is where we've been able to make all these trades. Buy in long, sell short, leverage trade, create stop losses, take profits. Every single thing you'd want on an exchange is offered on Bidfi, which is excellent here. And as you guys can see, they have a reward center and a demo trading account, which is even better. So you can sign up with the link down below, take advantage of the half-decade anniversary that they're doing, and then also get new user rewards right here, which is freaking excellent if you ask me. They have daily rewards, exclusive rewards, hot rewards, and you can earn up to $8,100 in free bonus cryptocurrency by completing these tasks right here. So some whales or some normal people can take advantage of huge opportunities of free bonus cryptocurrency. And they have a demo account which gives you 50 grand in demo money to practice trading your skills, learn how the exchange works, get familiar with it. It's the best simulation exchange that I have found so far to date. And I really like the fact that you can practice your skills, get familiar with the exchange without actually risking any money. Now, moving forward from XRP and Bidfi here, Solana is still in a descending fractal. And the closer we constrict, the more we fill in this gap, the closer we get to seeing possible breaks to the upside, possible explosions to the upside here, possible retest swings up to moving average, if not even higher, which is excellent here. The lower we become oversold, the better chances we have of seeing a reversal. It's not even a breakout. I mean, it is, but it's more of just a climb back to neutral levels. That's all it is. It's just a swing back up to neutral consolidative areas. So as much as it is a breakout, it's an undervalued position, and we just move up to normalcy. So that's what I'm most excited for. And it goes across the board with a lot of these cryptos. The longer we trend downwards here, the more chance we have of seeing a normal breach and rally up to moving average here. And this is what I suspect to see happen on Ethereum and these other cryptos. Just a normal move back up to moving average here. Bitcoin as well. The lower we hang out, the lower we head lower, the lower we move away from this daily moving average, the bigger chance we have at some point of coming back up to here, and we'll take advantage of that run. But until then, we are still consolidating, and we need to fill this out before we see reversal or rallies back up to here. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for, talking about the major markets here. It's interesting because if we look up like stock market news, there's a lot to go on, but you can see here, huge bounce off this reversal here. Stock market chaos over tariffs could take a toll on the economy. Everything is becoming scary. Ooh, scary, scary, scary. But then they say, look at this. U.S. stocks set for a major bounce back from their tariff doom spiral. This is why we call it the bottom here. Dow futures rose 1,000 points or 2.5% Tuesday, which is today. Futures are up 2% on NASDAQ. This is like pre-trading here. And then they go, the price to earnings ratio of the S&P companies closed below 17 Monday, historically cheap, giving investors a chance to scoop up stocks they may believe might be oversold, which is half the markets. This is a very normal action and very technical in nature. So this was a huge opportunity here. This explains why a bit of fake news Monday from Trump considering a tariff pause immediately battled down by the White House. So recession fears is a joke, da 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 da. I think this talks about like EU and countries want to do a 0 to 0 tariff. I think like lots of countries after yesterday said that they are now going to get involved with the U.S. for 0 to 0 tariffs. This is the information that came out. EU offered 0 to 0 deal with the U.S. weeks before tariff announcement. So I don't know, but there's a lot of news coming out that's saying like things are going well in regards to the tariff launch, which is what I thought was going to happen. So I might pile in more. I don't know just yet. I did start my dollar cost average, but it's whether or not I want to put in even more. But you can see already from the buy-in that I did to where we're opening here, we're going to be up like 7%, but it's like, are we going to stay at this right here and now start to rally up, or are we going to consolidate and then trend lower? That's the scary part, but that was certainly a good wager of buying opportunity. So we will certainly see where it goes from there. Same thing with the stock market here. We closed at a very good spot, exactly where we thought we were. I knew with very much so certainty we were not going to be breaking below this moving average, at least on the first try. We are so oversold on the weekly. It's been freaking 2 years since we've been this oversold. So it's been a long time in the making. So once we become oversold on the markets, it is a huge opportunity for people to take advantage of. And that's on the weekly charts. We jumped to the monthly. Last time, we were this low was also 2020. So, no, sorry, that's even crazier. No, that's a lie. It was 2022. So it's been 2 years since we've been this low. So the opportunity is huge. And guess what? The difference between 2022 and now is the immediate sell-off right here took 3 months. Pretty much from where we are to where we got now took about 48 days. 3 weeks, excuse me. Maybe a little over a month, just 48 days. You compare that to the drop that we had here. This took 280 days. So look at the size difference. One was a year, one was like a month and a half, if that. The only thing comparable to such an extreme sell-off was the pandemic, which was also about a month. So that type of sell-off, that type of fear, what happened after that was an immediate reversal back up. Now, we did fall much lower during the pandemic compared to now, but there's a big difference between a global shutdown and a tariff scare from a president. So I don't think the fall would be that much lower. So it is a huge recovery bounce that we're experiencing now. And I would be shocked if we had lower. I'd be very shocked if we had lower. So this is still a huge buying opportunity. But that is going to be it for today's video. Definitely make sure to smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's episode. Peace.